and welcome back to another Backstage studio with EMU Theater. My name is Lainey Bass, and today I have two friends here from the design team of The Lightning Thief.
My name's Madison Jones. I'm the visiting designer. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the scenic designer for the show.
My name's Dustin Miller. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the technical director for the program, and for this show, I'm the projections designer.
Thank you so much for being here today, friends. So, first question, what inspired your design for this production?
Well, I guess what inspired my design is, it's going to sound cliche, but it's the show first, right? Like, it's kind of its own sort of vibe. It's very campy theater. It's very young, but it's based in old Greek mythology. So I think it deserves a lot of color, but also like a nod to Greek structure. And then we had some elements already that were kind of factored in going into the show. I think I ended up at towards the final steps, especially when coming up with paint elevations and things like that, being really inspired by the ocean in particular and seashells.
My main inspiration has actually been that conversation that happens between the modern world taking over the ancient world, and what we still kind of harken back to, and the ancestry and that kind of attitude. And one of the big inspirations in my design has been that old Greek nature being spray painted over with graffiti, or being able to show an ancient image and then a modern image that takes the same form nowadays, so that marriage between ancient world and modern world and where they overlap.
How do your designs work together to create this world of The Lightning Thief?
Yeah, I think the way it's developed is kind of going back to what Dustin said previously, the modern taking over the Greek, and then with what's going to happen, especially as we get to Tech Week, which is really exciting, is that projections are going to add a new element to the scenic elements, I think. And there are some of these construction aspects, like the scaffolding, and I think it just speaks to how stories are always under development. And I think that something that is going to be great is how the scenic palette can probably help support the projections, but the projections are really going to help bring some of these bigger concepts to life, I think.
The underdevelopment thing that you just said, absolute bars, because that really is what projections do from show to show, is this attitude of taking the scenery and making it dynamic, taking the scenery, adding that color pop where there might not be, and it's a conversation between designers on stage, and being able to add on as much as I can that's influenced by your design. Obviously adding my flair, but then doing what the show calls for. Because I do think that there's quite a few moments where it's just like, oh, that's what you want right there. That's fantastic. I'll do that with projections. And that way, that it's a, well, who's going to do this kind of mentality. And I just can't get over that underdevelopment thing, because that's so true. Like the construction of the set, it literally looks like a Greek frieze that's under construction. And being able to then take our two designs and show what that means is just, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see Tech Week. It's going to be fun.
Is there a particular element of your design that you're most excited for audiences to experience?
I think the biggest part is just this attitude of what I am calling reactive projections, where I am going to have the projections do things and the cast will react to what those things are. So exploding buses and swords appearing and waves crashing over people and electricity and thunderstorms above them, and just that reactive nature. I'm really excited to show that attitude on stage, around and in between the action, emphasizing the story as best as I can.
Yeah, I think mine is in a similar vein. I think, right, your work is going to react to what happens, and then in order for that to happen, I think what I like to see is like some versatility. So there are different components of the set that are used in different ways, and probably will end up being kind of surprising, I think, as you watch the show. So I think when Dustin's work is reacting, that actually highlights what I like the most about set design, is when something can serve multiple purposes.
But no spoilers about what those are.
Yes.
Come see the show.
Do there happen to be any small details or hidden details of your design that audiences might miss unless they look closely?
So I think for me, an Easter egg would be just like some of the columns on stage. We get to see the outside of them and the inside of them, and then for the painting of those columns, the inspiration I took was from seashells. So on the outside, they're kind of chalky and less noticeable, but then on the inside, they have like a nice shine and hue to them. And so if you look at some of the columns on stage, hopefully they will look sort of more matte on the outside, but then when they light up, that's a surprise, then they will appear to kind of have more of a shine as if they're a seashell.
I think the biggest little hidden treat, if you will, in mine is I looked a lot towards the books for some of the imagery and attitude and references as much as I could, so that way if you're a fan of the book, you'll be able to come and get a little bit out of this that somebody who made it.
Finally, why should people come see The Lightning Thief?
I would say to come see the show because it is, well, it's fun and it's campy and it has a lot of heart. I think that all the people who are contributing to it, they have a lot of heart, and I think you'll be able to see that. And I think that there is something really strong in people doing something for the sake of doing it, and that's what theater is. And so this is theater.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, when it comes to this show, what I think would be a motivating factor to come is just the message behind it, because as much as it's fun, it's exciting, we're having fun with this whole thing, the message of taking your life in your own hands and deciding your own fate, your own quest, and going out there and taking on the monsters of the world is just something really important, and being able to take it from the page to the stage and do it justice. So come see the show. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much for being here today, friends. You all can catch The Lightning Thief playing October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at 7 p.m. and October 5th at 2 p.m. in the Legacy Theater. We hope to see you there.